She gave me an STD, then claimed I must have cheated, posted it on Facebook. I said, I'll get tested again. My lawyer subpoenaed her clinic records, showing treatment dates from before we even met. Her defamation settlement paid for my new condo. I, 28, male, woke up to 84 notifications on my phone. My girlfriend, Celeste, had tagged me in a Facebook post at 3 a.m. Just found out my faithful boyfriend gave me chlamydia. It read, 2 years together, and this is how I find out he's been cheating. Some men really ain't shit. Get tested, ladies. You never know what these nice guys are really doing behind your back. 312 reactions, 89 comments, 45 shares. My world was imploding in real time. My phone was blowing up with messages from friends, coworkers, even my sister, all asking what the hell was going on. Here's the thing. I had tested positive for chlamydia 3 days ago. Celeste had convinced me we both needed to get tested after she had a weird reaction to a new soap. I was shocked when my results came back positive. Hers, she claimed, were negative, which made no sense since we'd been exclusive for 2 years, or so I thought. When she had confronted me with my results, I was completely bewildered. I hadn't been with anyone else. She immediately accused me of cheating, cried for hours, and then said she needed space to process. Now I saw that her processing involved a public execution of my character before we'd even had a chance to talk it through. I called her, no answer. I texted, we need to talk about this privately. Please take the post down. Her response was instant and venomous. Why? So you can gaslight me. Everyone deserves to know what kind of person you really are. I sat there, staring at my positive test result and her viral post. Something wasn't adding up. If I had chlamydia and I hadn't cheated, there was only one logical possibility. I'll get tested again, I replied to her text. She sent back a laughing emoji. Sure, get tested again. Won't change what you did, but I wasn't getting tested again. For the reason she thought. My best friend Elijah is a paralegal. When I showed him everything, he didn't hesitate. Document everything, he said, his voice firm. Screenshot every post, every comment, every message, and get a lawyer. Now. For what? I asked. Defamation, he replied. If she's lying about you publicly, and you can prove it with concrete evidence, that's a lawsuit. I started screenshotting. The post had grown to over 500 reactions. People I had known for years were calling me trash, a cheater, a public health hazard. My own coworker, Destiny, commented that she always knew something was off about me. But then Celeste made her first critical mistake. Her best friend Brooke commented, "Girl, didn't you have that same issue last year with Trey?" Celeste deleted Brooke's comment within minutes, but I had already screenshotted it. Trey, her ex before me. I messaged Brooke privately, but she read it and immediately blocked me. Interesting. I went to my doctor for the second test and explained the entire situation. He couldn't discuss another patient's records, but he confirmed that chlamydia doesn't just appear out of thin air and can persist, untreated, for years. Then I hired a lawyer, Quentin Reeves, a real defamation attorney. His first question was, "Can you prove you didn't cheat?" That night, Celeste escalated. She posted my picture on 3 different cheater-exposed Facebook groups, reaching over 50,000 people. The messages and threats from strangers started pouring in. Someone found my LinkedIn and messaged my boss. My lawyer, Quentin, turned out to be a bloodhound. Within 48 hours, he had legally subpoenaed Celeste's medical records from her clinic. The truth they revealed was staggering. She had tested positive for chlamydia 4 months ago and was prescribed antibiotics she never picked up. There was another positive test 13 months ago, during our relationship, where she did get treatment, but the partner notification form she filled out listed 3 other men, none of whom were me. She had been cheating, caught an STD, got treated, then got it again, didn't treat it, knowingly gave it to me, and then launched a public smear campaign to frame me as the cheater. This is a slam-dunk defamation case, Quentin said, a shark-like smile on his face. She knew she had it, gave it to you, then publicly accused you of giving it to her. That's malicious intent. The next day, I was called into my boss's office. I showed him the legal paperwork and the medical evidence. "Handle your business," he said, visibly relieved. That evening, Celeste showed up at my apartment with her mother and sister for a full-blown confrontation. "You're seriously trying to sue me for telling the truth," she screamed. I pulled out my phone and showed her mother the subpoenaed records. "Actually," I said, "she gave me the disease. She's had it twice in 2 years. Here are the dates." Celeste went pale. Her mother, Francine, read the records, her face shifting from anger to disgust. "Houston?" she asked, looking at her daughter. "Who the hell is Houston?" The family argument that exploded in my hallway was a sight to behold. Celeste admitted to mistakes, but insisted I probably cheated too, her only evidence being, "You're a man." Even her own mother looked disgusted at that logic. Celeste's damage control was a disaster. She made a new post saying she maybe jumped to conclusions. The comments were brutal. "So you destroyed his reputation over a maybe," one person wrote. She then went nuclear, posting that I was abusive and controlling, which is why she sought comfort elsewhere. My lawyer loved it. She just admitted to cheating while simultaneously making more defamatory statements. He said, "The cease and desist letter we sent was a work of art, detailing every lie and the medical evidence that proved it." Her response, through a budget lawyer, was that her posts were opinion, and we were intimidating a young woman. We filed the lawsuit immediately, seeking $50,000 in damages for defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and invasion of privacy. The deposition was something else. Celeste showed up dressed to the nines, as if she could seduce her way out of perjury. When confronted with her medical records, she claimed she forgot to pick up her antibiotics for 4 months because she was busy. When shown the partner notification form, she claimed the other men were just friends. "Friends you list as sexual partners for STD contact tracing?" Quentin asked. "I don't recall," she mumbled. The real bombshell came when Quentin presented text messages between Celeste and her friend Brooke, which Brooke had provided out of guilt. "Houston was amazing last night," Celeste had texted. "What about my name?" Brooke replied, "What he doesn't know won't hurt him. He's too vanilla anyway. I need excitement." The date of the messages was 8 months into our supposedly exclusive relationship. Celeste broke down, not with remorse, but with rage, screaming that I had turned my best friend against me. 2 weeks before the trial, her lawyer called, offering to settle for $5,000. We countered with $40,000 and a public retraction. Then I got a call from Houston. It turns out Celeste had pulled the exact same stunt on him a year prior. When he tested positive from her, she had accused him of cheating and blown up his life. His engagement had ended because of her lies. "I'll testify," he said. "She's done this before." Another of the men from her list, Phoenix, reached out with the same story. We now had a documented pattern of her malicious behavior. When her lawyer found out about our new witnesses, the settlement talks resumed immediately. The final settlement, $35,000 in damages and a court-ordered public apology and retraction on all platforms, which she had to keep up for 30 days. The post was beautiful in its court-mandated honesty. "I need to correct my previous posts," it began. "After reviewing medical records, I now understand that I was the source of the STD in our relationship, not him. He never cheated on me. I take full responsibility for the damage my posts caused." The comments were savage. Her own mother commented, finally telling the truth. The $35,000 settlement went straight to a down payment on a nice condo. Celeste had to take out a loan from her parents to pay it. Last I heard, she's working 3 jobs to pay off the settlements from me. Houston and Phoenix, who both sued her and won. My reputation recovered. My boss even gave me a raise, impressed with my crisis management skills. I'm dating again, a nurse named Riley, who actually found me through the viral apology post. "Anyone who can handle that level of crazy that calmly is worth getting to know," she said on our first date. Yes, we both got tested before anything happened. Clean bills of health all around. Celeste tried to get her sister to post about me, but a single letter from Quentin shut that down. The truth always comes out, but sometimes it needs a good lawyer to help it along.